Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Tyler. There are a lot of you out there who are fed up with someone else's mess. It seems like you are on the brink and the verge of saying within yourself, well, this is the final straw with that particular person. Or it might be a group of people who you might call your so-called friends, or it might be a group of people that you might call your family members. Whatever that the case may be, you was mad and extremely upset. And you know the reason why is because this person had probably disrespected you on a consistent basis. This particular person had constantly mistreated you on a consistent basis. This is the same person who could sit there and say, well, I can say in and everything to this particular individual and get away with it. And this is the same person that has probably had dumped all of the load on you, being extremely trifling or whatever. And then you're the one that is carrying all of the load, paying the bills and doing everything around in the house while that person or maybe more is living in their comfortability or whatever, and they don't even care nothing about it at all. And you was the same person that probably treated that particular individual extremely well, and the only thing that you got back into return is nothing but mistreatment, being ignored, and then only being called when it's beneficial to him or her. Now, I'm not sitting here talking about when it comes to in the relation of family, like whenever that you have a family member that's trying to do for you and you done said no after time again. And so you decided to give the opportunity to that family member, I do this out of the kindness of your heart then. And the only thing that you done gotten in return is nothing but bitching, moaning, and complaining from that particular individual. That's the only thing that you have got. And then whenever that is all said and done, when you say no or whatever, then there's another family member on the side that's telling the and someone else in the family, go on ahead and do for that individual. That same family, that same one is operating out of pride. Go on ahead and do it. And then this is the same family member that want to throw all the mess back up in your face. I done this. I done that. But clearly misses out and leave out the whole entire story about somebody else intervening, even though you didn't even want them to intervene. I'm not talking about that. So you're not qualified when you sitting there saying you doing something for somebody. So I'm going to say it like this, that any of these situations that I have just mentioned to any one of you, and you have gotten fed up with that person's mess, or maybe more, yes, it's all right to go and to complain about it to someone else one time or whatever, out of anger, just to get it off your mind or whatever you're trying to do. But you're gonna have to say, all right, I'm done with the complaining. It is now to take the action of cutting this particular individual off. That's what you're gonna have to do in this day and time. And you ain't got to sit there and answer why you did what you did, because they knew what they done, but they just want to ignore what they're doing on purpose. That's the whole entire thing of it. So I'm just telling all of you, whenever that it comes to you getting fed up with someone's mess and you done had the final straw with that individual, just cut them off. Just do it. But mainstream Christianity want to sit there and say, that's wrong to cut that individual off. Now, here's the thing. These are the same people that want to sit there and say, well, you should go talk to that individual. How many times does someone have to talk to an individual in order for them to change from his or her ways? And 9 out of 10, they're not going to change from their ways, or it's going to make the situation 10 times worse. All of this bullshit of what mainstream Christianity go run to their safe haven is Matthew 18 chapter. And they done lied, twisted, warped, and distorted it for so damn long. So damn long. And I'm going to tell all of you, don't feel bad of cutting off someone after the fact you have had the last straw with them. But mainstream Christianity want to put a dead-gum guilt trip or whatever. But they never want to talk about, all right, apology and stuff. They never want to talk about why it's so hard for an arrogant-ass individual or someone who was in the wrong and they know that they was in the wrong to apologize. Or someone who got a cocky-minded attitude, which is derived from an arrogant mindset. Why it's so hard to apologize? But you ain't gonna never hear hardly about that from mainstream Christianity. And you know the reason why is because of their indoctrination that comes from their doctrine of forgiveness, which is nothing but bullshit, and it ain't nothing but a lie. I'm gonna tell you, you ain't studied this topic like I have. And there's another sister that I think that is a subscriber of mine that has studied this topic, which I talked to, that know more than I have, and I'm still studying on the topic or whatever concerning this doctrine. You can't fool me, and you can't fool her neither. So, now, I'm going to tell all of you, yes, there have maybe been times that you probably have had a talk with that individual, and it was just one talk. And you said, after this talk, I'm cutting that particular individual off, and I'm just doing it. So, mainstream Christianity finds something wrong with that. They do, just like I said a moment ago. But then they'll find something wrong with you. Why you constantly complaining about it? Get real irritated and get real mad at you. Then they get mad over that. And then when you cut off, they get mad over that. Then what in the hell is they supposed to do then? This is the bullshit of mainstream Christianity. So I know I done made a lot of people mad and upset. And oh yeah, I wanted to mention this. All of you Christians out there who was in my video, I think it was 2 or 3 videos ago when I did on the topic of forgiveness, busting up that doctrine that is in the religion of Christianity, hollering about Colossians 3 and 13. I ain't forgot. So get ready for it, because I'm busting and tearing down your whole doctrine of forgiveness in mainstream Christianity some goddamn mo.